Welcome back to another one of my vectors and scalars videos. This one will be focusing on scalar multiplication on vectors, just scalar multiplication for short. Okay, so just to sort of state an obvious, a scalar is a number. So a scalar is like a 3 or like a 10, or it's just a magnitude, it's just the size. So a 30 is a magnitude, 30 kilos is a scalar of the weight. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to be multiplying the vector by a scalar quantity. So just like how a scalar is like a 3, and we're going to be multiplying that onto a vector. Let's say the vector is a. Okay, that basically means we multiply every component by 3. You can write this as 3 multiplied by a, 3 dot a. Thing is though, when you write it like this, it's pretty easy to understand. If you use vectors and you use a multiply sign, like the cross symbol, and you make it too big, someone might interpret that as the cross product, and you don't want the cross product. And with a dot, if a dot also means multiply, but if you do it too big, it might be confused with the dot product, and you don't want that. What you want is just 3 multiplied by a vector, or a number multiplied by a vector. Okay, so let's use 3a as an example. So here we have a, and this is what a looks like. Okay, so just like when you have 3 of something, if you had 3 multiplied by a, that means you have a plus a, that equals a plus a plus a. Now when we do vectors, when we add vectors, we do it from tail to head. Tail to head. So tail to head, we add another one, tail to head, that's another a, and you have tail to head, that's another a. And if we add all these up, there's 1, 2, 3 a's, and that's basically scalar multiplication, basically. Also, when you have something like negative 2a, there's 2 ways you could sort of do it. One would be to have a plus a, and that would give you 2a, and then just change its direction, which would make it negative 2a. Or, that's one way, or the other way is you could just start with negative a. I've got to put my vector signs. Negative a, and that would be change the direction from this positive a to the opposite direction, and then have another negative a, and then put it together, and you have two negative a's, basically. 2 a's in the negative direction. Okay, so now I've got to always put your vectors, little squiggles, or your arrows. Some people use arrows. A lot of people actually use arrows. I just use a squiggle because I like squiggles. Anyway, so let's start with some examples using numbers. So we have a vector a. Let's say it's 3-2, which means it's going 3. There's a vector going 3 in the positive I direction, and then there's also an adding to a vector going 2 in the positive j direction. Okay, so let's say 3a. That means 3, with the brackets, 3, 2. And that means we expand them out and we get 3 multiplied by 3. 3 multiplied by 2. You'll see me use, if you've watched my videos before, you'll know that I switch between using brackets to multiply things, using a dot to multiply things, using a multiplier to multiply things, or I'll just put them side by side and they'll be multiplying. But anyway, so that's 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 2 is 6, and therefore 3 multiplied by the a vector or 3a basically equals 9. It's going, the vector, the components, it'll be going 9 in the positive I direction, and then this positive 6 going in the j direction will add on to that, and that'll give you a vector that'll be 3a, basically. Anyway, let's do another example. That was example 1. Let's say we have b vector. That equals 10i plus 3j plus 7k. Okay, and what we're going to do is multiply -2 onto this b. That means we'll multiply -2 onto the 10, multiply -2 onto the 3, and then multiply the -2 onto the 7. Therefore, -2b will equal -2 times 10 is -20i, minus, that's -2 times 3, that's 6, -6j. And then -2 times 7 is -14, or -14. So basically, this says, squiggle, this is saying it's going 20 in the negative I direction, this is going 6 in the negative j direction, and this is going 14 in the negative k direction. Okay, let's do one more example. This one will be using a bit of addition as well. So we'll have e, that'll equal 5, 2, which is 5i, 2j, and f, which will equal -3 and 6, which means 3 in the negative I direction and 6 in the positive j direction. And we'll be asked to solve, or I will solve 2e plus f. That will look like 2 multiplied onto the e, which is 5-2, and then plus -3-6, comma 6. So let's do this bit first. So 2 multiplied by 5, that's 10. 2 multiplied by 2, that's 4. And this one, -3, 6. And now we group them up. This is the i's, these are the I components, and these are the j components. So it'll be 10 plus -3, comma, this is the i's grouped up, and now we have 4 plus 6, which is the j's grouped up. We add that together, 10 minus 3, or 10 plus -3 is equal to 7. 4 plus 6 is equal to 10, and that is 2e plus f. Okay, so that's going 7 in the positive I direction and 10 in the positive j direction. Okay, well, I hope you learnt something from this video. Thanks for watching, and hope you have a good rest of the day, or hope you had a good day. Anyway, see ya.